Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for it's kind of like the art segments that we've done in the past, but this time cool news about something that's really neat and different from what we once thought. That's right. We got an artist spotlight, but it's not really. It's more to do with the post here by Lutu, who says, for the very first time, we've been sent accurate scans of the original 251 Ken Sugimori Pokemon artwork to archive in high quality. The difference is insane. So you see here the difference between the Diglett, the scan of the Diglett, and what is more true to the original. Pretty wild that there's that much of a difference. And we see down below, we have the Ivysaur with a drastically different color. There's more on that to come here in this video, in these write-ups. This is super cool, super interesting to me. For anyone that doesn't know, Ken Sugimori designed a ton of Pokemon. Also illustrated a ton of Pokemon, including the first 251. Essentially, the Sugimori artwork is the baseline for what the Pokemon essentially looks like. That's kind of how it's always been. There's been huge kind of like criticisms or people that aren't big fans of certain Ken Sugimori Pokemon cards, because typically it's just kind of the stock image of the Pokemon plastered on a background. I'd say I'm more critical of the backgrounds that are usually just kind of filler on those particular cards. But the original artwork is always, it's kind of the original artwork. So very cool to see. We're going to see some actual, I think my favorite part of this will be a Vaporeon that we're going to take a, guys, chill. Vaporeon that we're going to take a look at, but not for that reason. Get that, stop being sick-minded. It's just cool artwork. All right. And no, not that kind of artwork. Next. We have, for over 20 years, the red, blue, gold, and silver artwork of each Pokemon across the internet had inaccurate colors, were often misshapen, and generally very low quality. Thanks to scans provided by Excalibur 0_Z, we're finally able to see how they were always meant to look. So this is pretty cool. Maybe we'll blow these bad boys up so you guys can get a better look. Drastically different colors, and especially when you have a green that's turning into blue. It's insane to me that the actual scans were so, I guess, poorly done. I guess you could argue that maybe that was somewhat intentional or there was some reason for it. But regardless, it just seems like it was a lack of quality on the scans. So very cool. And we're going to have to stay, I know I'm going to stay very much tuned into this to see, I want to see all of them. Essentially, the side-by-sides would be cool. Here we have, since this is a fairly large undertaking, the process will be as follows. We're going to be removing all low-quality red, blue, gold, and silver Pokemon artwork from the asset archive, effective immediately. Each Pokemon will then be meticulously cut out for transparency in Pokedex order and periodically uploaded in the coming months. We'll then be working with sites such as Bulbapedia and anyone else that may be interested. Feel free to reach out to expand the reach even further until everything is complete. For any more questions, please feel free to reach out in the Poke Preservation chat in the Discord. Thank you for your patience. So again, here we have the very cool difference here between the, I guess we're gonna have to shift this over onto the screen. We're cutting it off, and I'm also blocking the Tauros buns. But that's what we're looking at. It's pretty sick. I'm excited. I think it's cool to see a different perspective on what it could have looked like, what it should have looked like, rather than the kind of like, I don't know if you would you call that blown out images? I guess probably. Here, they say, I guess we can. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're good. We're still on the main page. I swear this isn't the first time I've used Twitter. So here we have, woke up to some really charged tweets. So here's a big post for those that are concerned. So I guess there was a little bit of drama, or a little bit of, I think part of it was, maybe it was worded poorly, and the fact that people thought that, they were deleting the past or deleting history, and instead of having everything there. I'm sure there's reasons for it. It would really be cool to see some kind of archive that was like side by side, as these posts are doing, along with like original, uncut, unfiltered, anything, just as bare bones as the originals can possibly be. We'll read through the statement here. regardless. Woke up to some really charged tweets, so here's a big post for those that are concerned. The existing low quality scans of the RBGS artwork aren't being deleted from history or becoming lost media. Bulbapedia allows you to see previous revisions of every image dating back to the site's inception, and this will be the case with everything uploaded to that site. As it stands, this artwork is something you currently need to dive into Bulbapedia archives to even see, so it's not like the low quality scans that currently exist were front and center. We're not just scanning from some random source. Ours is the original Pokedex for Pokemon Gold and Silver, and assuming that we are right. We've done a lot of cross-referencing and found that actually the artwork was always meant to look like this. Our GS Zucon scans match up with the following. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Raw scans provided by Game Freak for the virtual console releases of RG Blue, Yellow, and GSC. Native scans of Koro magazine during the run-up to Gold and Silver's release. Press kits from the year 2000 for Pokemon Crystal. TCG artwork from both the Japanese and English releases, pictured below. Some, such as Blaine's Tauros, may have subtle edits that tweak the colors, like the sunset. That's the thing, too. It's going to be really neat to see how much has been impacted, whether it's like different forms of media that make the Pokemon look a different color because of those original scans. That's pretty wild to see that, like, it's almost like if you time traveled and you killed a mosquito, and then it changes the past, changes history. Other sources by trusted archivists such as High-Res Pokemon and Helix Chamber. What do we got? 4. Where do these low quality scans actually come from, and where were they used? From our understanding, they were first used in the Pokemon Red and Blue Player's Guide, released exclusively in the West by Nintendo Power in 1998. We don't know why the images were edited and or scanned like this, but the colors are massively blown out. Even disregarding the multiple other accurate examples from a variety of different sources that both predate and were released after this guide, the Super Game Boy screenshots in this guide have inaccurate colors, which goes to show that the quality here was never a factor. We understand that people have an affinity for the way the original artwork looks, but our priority has always been preserving how this art is supposed to look as much as possible. I never grew up with these guides, so I can't really relate, but the inaccurate versions will always exist on Bulbapedia's file history for those that want them there. Please also understand that this process takes a lot of time and effort. It's disheartening to see some really incendiary and outright rude go F yourself posts directed at us when these month-long processes at something never really attempted are being done for free. If you guys have any questions, feel free and I can respond. So I guess we got examples here where we got the file history that we can see the differences. So we'll have to take a look at that, see if and when it gets updated. Here we have the Blaine's Tauros on the trading card, and the Ivysaur, the very green Ivysaur, which I guess is kind of important. This is pretty cool. So here we have the blue. These are the articles here. I don't know if it's just the scanner for the printing company, whoever was printing the guidebooks and stuff like that, maybe partly to blame. Who knows? But here we go. All right, we're still good here. We're still on the main page. Here, this one's really neat. And again, I know my mind was blown. So you're going to stay tuned until the end, and hopefully we can find some more of these. We got the Vaporeon original artwork as it was never meant to be seen, I guess. So here we have a cool little diorama. Maybe I need to hide my camera for a second here so you guys can see everything. But the color differences going back and forth between blue and green are pretty wild. Cool, wild. Is it because of this mishap with the scans? Probably, maybe. I don't know. This is some deep stuff, some deep lore. It'd be cool to see like a blown out diagram like this for every single Pokemon. I don't know if we'll ever see something like that, but if anyone does put it together, I know personally I would love to take a look at it. This is cool. This is cool stuff. All the different versions of a Pokemon. All right. Wait, I think in here. No, maybe not. Here we go. think we have to go back to the thread now. There we go. So to finish things off here, we have someone who says, looking forward to seeing the fruits of this project. Thanks for making it happen. I'm super curious to see the updated Vaporeon art. The old scans seemed warped as F, as H, I mean, HE double hockey stick. I know what you're saying. Rattle, why are you not just swearing? Why don't you just say hell? Lutu. We currently have a second generation scan, likely an image of the original scan provided by the Pokemon Company for the release of Generation 1 on the 3DS with Vaporeon included, likely the most HQ we'll ever get. So this is my favorite. Hopefully we get a whole bunch of these because this is sick. So you might be like, what is going on here? What's so interesting about this bad boy? Well, you can see the actual like watercolor. You can see every single, even the mistakes. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is sick nasty. I want to see every Pokemon like this. You can see here, like even in around the feet and areas where there's like little mistakes and stuff like that. Personally, I think that's sick. I want to see like it looks and feels like real art because of the fact that there are little blemishes and stuff like that. It hasn't been touched up and scanned and having that like the background removed. I think they had mentioned that they're going to actually be removing the backgrounds to make it like a transparent file. But personally, I would also like to see just a full 250, all 251, if they exist in this form. I think would be the coolest thing of all. But you guys let me know what you think. I think this is awesome, the entire thing, the entire project. And not only am I going to keep an eye on it, but I would love to make another follow-up video to share it with you guys. But I would like to know what you guys think. This is as cool as it gets. How awesome would it be if the like 151 set had artwork like this on the cards themselves, like the like unpolished, very basic. Like even if it was a full Ken Sugimori set, this would be sick. It's like a full art essentially, but it's the watercolor. Anyway, that's it. That's all. We got to stop here. See you later. If you're watching this when it comes out, make sure that you pop on into the Discord. Join the Discord first. If you're already in there, we get the happy hour Saturday night voice and video chat. We'll be in there for it's usually much longer than an hour, but hop on in there. Everyone's welcome. Come hang out, and I don't know what we're gonna be watching. Usually there's people opening Pokemon cards, so if that's something that you like to do, that you're looking for, if you need some Pokemon friends to open Pokemon cards with, I suggest you hop on in there because it's a good way. It's a good way to meet some new people in the hobby. Very knowledgeable folks in there, and it's a good time. It's always fun hanging out with like-minded. I don't know, like-minded, I guess, with people that have the same hobby and interests. All right, see you there. Bye.